Hey guys, it's Brian here. I am at the start of the Cross Timbers hiking trail, marked by this board behind me. It starts at Juniper Point campground, and it's on Lake Texoma. We're just gonna do 7 miles today and then 7 miles back tomorrow. I could do, the whole thing there and back. I was signed in. But it's just not necessary. I think the weather's way warmer than I want it to be, so I might as well just do for the gear shakedown. It's not gonna reach any point to test my cold weather gear, so that's the plan right now. I'll sign in, I'll get back to you. Alright, so I just signed in. Like I was saying before, the original plan was to do 2 nights and 3 days, but it's just not necessary because it's not going to get cold enough to really test the cold weather gear, which for me is the only thing that I really am split about bringing. The rest of it, I've already kind of hiked with it. I know I'll use it, but I've never really hiked in anything or hiked and camped at anything lower than 40 degrees at night. So unfortunately, this trip is just gonna teach me a lot of stuff I already know. I'm already thinking about the one set of layers that I'm not gonna bring. But yes, that's the little rundown on what I'm doing. So, yep. Alright guys, so apparently I just did Monkey's Butt Hill. It's only been like a few minutes since I last talked to you. It's just a quick climb up and a quick climb down. This trail is probably going to be a lot different than the Lone Star Trail I did last year. It's down by Houston if you don't know, and it's pretty flat, like there's hardly any elevation gain. But the trail now has me just kind of walking along Lake Texoma right now. It's actually really nice. I was thinking it's probably going to be windy. At least tonight it probably will when the winds start to shift, but right now it's really nice and calm. It's like a lovely day out. It's just a little warm for hiking at 70. I like 60. That's like my green zone. But yeah, so far so good. Looks like I've got another climb up again. Hey guys, I'm back and at what appears to be a pretty unofficial campsite, and it's marked by these 2 big like dump truck tires. As best I can figure, there's like styrofoam in them. And I guess they were like buoys or something. And then I guess the high water mark or something brought them up here. But I don't know, because no one would definitely bring these out here. And they have some snap steel cabling on them, so they must have been buoys for something. But yeah. So this trail, it's well marked. It's got like tin can like lids painted white as the marker, which is good. It's pretty obvious where the trail is anyway so far. But the maps that I printed off, and I'll show y'all later, they are not accurate like at all. So I found 2 separate ones, and I picked the one that I thought would be more accurate because it had more like points where the path changed. The other one was more kind of generic. But now this one's definitely wrong too. So, because at one point I was walking in a clearing and there was no clearing on my map. So, yeah, the water definitely got up to this point though, because there's a bunch of knocked over trees and whatnot. So, it's just weird. Hey guys, I'm at the first official camp. It seems pretty nice. There's like a little beach down here. It's just really close to the water. I don't know if I'd want to camp this close and this low. I'd rather be maybe like this is pretty steep here, but I'd rather be a little bit higher up, if you can see behind me. So, I just got done walking on this really steep, kind of narrow part. You don't have any problem like walking on it, but on like a mountain bike, it'd be kind of hairy. So, okay, there's another tire up there too. So I guess, that must be the high water mark. And there must have been like It must have been used as buoys or something. But it seemed like a decent site. I think the one that I selected though is going to be a little bit better. So we'll see. Alright guys, I'm here at what appears to be the second official campsite. It's right past this marina here. I think it's called Juniper Point Marina. Bill firing, log. There's a trash can back there. So I literally just passed a sign that said mile 2 or 3, I think. I guess 3, because there's no way it's just 2. But I'm going way slower than I usually would on just a day hike. Mainly I think because the elevation, which I knew would like kill my times. But I didn't think it'd be this bad. So it's whatever though. I mean, always like in the afternoon, I always feel a lot more rushed. Especially in the wintertime because the sun is so much lower. And I just kind of think it's much later than it actually is. It's only 3:15 right now. But to me it feels like it's like 5 o'clock because of where the sun's at. So I just gotta learn to deal with that. But also know that whenever I actually do like a full day of hiking, that I always knock out bigger miles in the morning than I do in the afternoon. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. But yeah, so I'm probably about halfway to the camp now. I'll check in with y'all later. Alright guys, I'm at where the Lost Loop Trail meets with the main trail. Now when I was planning this hike, I thought the Lost Loop was an official part of the main trail, but apparently it's not. So I'm gonna stick to the main trail. The Lost Loop, again, like this trail isn't really well, like the mileage isn't laid out in any of the maps. So it looks like it'd be about 2 miles, but I just have no earthly idea of what it actually is. So I'm just gonna continue on the main trail for today. And then tomorrow on my way out, I'll probably do the main trail, or the loop. That way I get to see that too, because that's more along the lake. This is like really short, like based off what I'm seeing, it's not even probably 1/3 of a mile. This like the main trail. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, God. Alright guys, so it's like 1/4 of a mile because I just found the other end of the Lost Loop. So it's no longer lost. But for real though, so that's gotta be like, the actual loop can't be more than like 1.5 miles then tomorrow. So that'll be easy. I don't know. So probably about not even an hour left to hike, and then today, if I continue at this pace, which I've been the past hour, yeah, I've been flying. So I used to always have a really slow start after lunch, and I had McDonald's like right before I started hiking, so that didn't help at all. Hey guys, just got to what I believe is 5 Mile Camp, and it's pretty big. Biggest one I've seen so far. It's about 4:15, so it's taken me a while to get here. Again, that first like hour and a half I was just going really slow, but it's pretty nice here. There's like 1, 2, I mean you could get like at least 5 tents in here with no real hassle. Yeah, next campsite's mine. Eagles Roost is what it's called, I think. Eagles Nest, Eagles Roost. Shouldn't be too much further, so. But yeah, it's been actually the last mile, since mile 4, it's all been really, really nice since the marina. And tomorrow I'm definitely gonna do the Lost Loop. So I'll check in at the site. Alright guys, I made it to Eagles Roost, or what I assume is Eagles Roost. There's a fire pit here. There's also like I think a more official campground, like halfway between where it splits off from the main trail. But frankly I wanted it with a view, so I had to bushwhack for maybe like, probably just 5 minutes, but man, it was actual bushwhacking. But I made it here, a bunch of blowdowns on this little spur of the trail. But the view is just absolutely incredible. I can't wait. sunset will be great, and sunrise will be just magnificent. So I'm gonna set up camp real quick. I got about, still over an hour of sunlight, so, but set up camp, make some food, and enjoy this view, man. Alright guys, it's about 8:30, all packed up. Had a pretty good night. Once the sun set, the wind just started coming in. So I kind of chilled out in the tent until about 8. It took me about 30 minutes to pack up. I'm going to head back out, get out, and hopefully I'll come pretty well. Slept pretty good, woke up with a decent amount of times, but overall it went really well. The tent did really well. The quilt held up. It only got to like 40, I think. At least, I don't know about after the wind. See, now there's hardly any wind now that I'm off the face, but. Alright guys, I'm leaving 5 Mile Camp. It's just a quick little like 20-minute walk here from Eagles Roost. I had breakfast here, just some Pop-Tarts. And on the way between Eagles Roost and 5 Mile Camp, I actually saw what I guess is a coyote. It looked just like a regular like house dog, but it was out here with no owner. And it was kind of skittish of me. So I'm not really sure what that was about. Maybe it was just a lost dog. I don't know. So yeah. Anyway, off next, we'll hit the Lost Loop Trail. I'll check in with you there. Alright, I'm on the peninsula just west of Lost Loop. There's a few different campsites placed out. There's one behind me. There's one just a little bit further north on the peninsula. And there's one more over here. I didn't talk about these yesterday, so I thought I would today. But they're pretty nice, and it's somewhat sheltered from the wind too. And it's just a little bit beyond, a little bit west of the Lost Loop Trail. So I want to check those out too. Yeah, there's 3 decent sites that could all fit at least 2 tents, kind of compactly. But yeah, I'll check in with you on a little bit. Hey everyone, just started the Lost Loop Trail. I just crossed over a bridge, and so honestly I have no idea how long it is. It can't be great. I guess I go this way. It's gotta be about 1.5 to 2 miles. But this trail is just so poorly mapped out. I have no earthly idea. So, let's see. It is 9:38? Yeah, 9:38 right now. I guess we'll figure out what time I finish and go from that. But yep. Hey guys, still on the Lost Loop. I just had a really steep descent. And it's like I'm about to go right back up. To my left is the Cedar Bayou Marina, I think. It's like the one you kind of walk through. But yeah, we still have a ways to go to get all the way around to the other side of it. But it was really windy there on that the north face of the peninsula of the Lost Loop. Man, there's some decent views though through the trees. All right, I'll catch you with y'all. Catch you with you in a little bit. All right, guys, I just got to the end of Lost Loop. It is 10:38. So I think did I start at 39? Because that'd put it exactly at almost an hour. So, which at the pace I've been going the past 2 days is probably close to 2 miles. But it's probably slightly shorter than that. I don't know. But I'm back on the main trail now. And I'll get back to you in a little bit. Hey everyone, I'm just about a few minutes walk from where I last checked in. I don't know if I showed you this place yesterday, but it's on top of a hill. That's a pretty good cleared out area for a campsite. You got a pretty good fire ring and space for probably 4 tents. You could squeeze in a few more if you needed to. But so that's just a little bit east of the Lost Trail or Lost Loop. So if you want to check camp up here, wouldn't be too bad. You can also see someone's like house from the top of the hill. So that's kind of weird to see. But yep, just gonna keep on chugging on. Alright guys, well I did it. Came back over Monkey Butt Hill, or whatever it's called, and came into the start of it. So a real easy hike, basically 7 miles each day, roughly. I guess I had a slow start yesterday. I never hike well in the afternoons, especially when I go to McDonald's right before I start hiking. So, whatever though, today I did a pretty good time. So, yep, learned a little bit about my gear, what I don't need. I can throw at least one piece of clothing out, because I won't use it. And yeah, so that's it. I guess I'll see y'all next for a gear review video. See you in a little bit.